Yo, what's going on, man? It's Uncle Malik, aka Uncle Solid, man. Let's talk about this, man. Cassie. Let's talk about this Cassie situation and Puff Daddy. I want to talk about this because this is something that has to be said, and it's something that I want to spark your brain cells on, just get you thinking. Okay, so black women, y'all really think that shit was cool for Cassie to put out what her and her ex-boyfriend was doing sexually that was amongst them two? Y'all really think that shit was cool for Cassie to put that out there like that? Like, that was your ex-boyfriend. Like, you were in a whole relationship with this man. And for you to expose alleged sexual things that y'all did, that was corny, bro. Like, as a man, as a street motherfucker, like a person that's like whole street codes, whole honor to certain things in life, that was a code breaker. Like, I know that they say women emotionally are different than men, and women handle things different than men, but you handled that like a straight bitch, Cassie. Like, ain't no fucking man. Look, bro, ladies, that is not something that you do. You don't do that. You don't expose your ex-boyfriend's sexual prowls to the world once you and him break up. That's lame, bro. That's lame as fuck. And the fact, and this, but this is the more fact is this, that you did it. You did it. You said that you said allegedly that Puff Daddy would have you go get guys and have sex with them, and he would watch you have sex with them. You did it. You did it. You said Puff Daddy would, would do these certain things and want you to, and record them, and would want you to do. You did it. And you didn't just do it one time. You continually did it. At any point in that situation, you could have said, "Nah, I don't want to do that." At any point in the situation, you could have just walked away from that relationship. You could have called the police. Like, I mean, it's just so many narratives. It's not narratives, but so many things that I'm looking at. And now I know that y'all women going to the comments going to be like, "Oh no, he had manipulated her. He did this to her." No, ma'am. Cassie could have picked up her cell phone, dialed 911, and said, "I'm being kidnapped. I want to get away from this man. Please come get me." She could have did that. And when the police came to the door, she could have just walked to the door and said, "I want to just leave. Can y'all please escort me and let me and let me go to where I gotta go to?" At any point, Cassie could have did that. I know that this man left Cassie in the house by herself plenty times. She could have left. Like, there was so many ways Cassie could have got away from this, but she chose not to. And you know why she chose not to? Because she was in love with his money. She was in love with his being Puff Daddy. She was in love with the limelight. She was in love with all that. So she was not leaving that. So she was doing all this because of her desire and her hunger to be successful and to eat off Puff Daddy. That's what this shit is about. And now Cassie is an older woman. She don't look as good as she looked when she was a teenager. She don't look as good. She's not as fit as she was when she was that age. And Puff Daddy has dated, now he's dating younger women. He's not giving Cassie no more money. He's not doing anything for Cassie because he's moved on with other women. And now Cassie is upset. She's mad. She's what's the word? She's vindictive and bitter. She's vindictive and she's bitter. So now I'm gonna expose him. Like, yo, that's lame, bro. That's lame. If for black women to ride with this shit, y'all some lame motherfuckers, bro. Y'all are lame for that shit, bro. Because that was your boyfriend. At the time, Cassie, when you were doing these things, you were his woman. Y'all were in a relationship together. Now for you to get out here and want to sue this man because he watch you have sex with other men and you did it, that's I honestly like now as far as the assaults and all that shit, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like you say it happened, he said it didn't happen. I don't know. There's nobody else can back up your story that he used to beat you. Nobody else can back up that story. You know what I'm saying? And even with this dude Gene Deal, like, you know, I know why Gene Deal doing this shit. Gene Deal doing it because Gene Deal is a bitter ass man. And that's another whole SMO whole shit. You know what I'm saying? But Gene Deal's situation is different because Gene Deal wasn't in a relationship with Puffy. He wasn't dating Puffy. But the fact that you were dating this man, listen, nieces. Whatever you and your ex do in the bedroom, when y'all break up, don't expose him. And it's vice versa, nephews. Whatever you and your woman do in the bedroom, man, don't expose her, man, like that. That's lame. That's corny. Because if nephews, if you doing something like, okay, for instance, for example, you in love with your woman, right? But you know that your woman has a fetish. She's something that she likes that gets her off and gets her to a really nice, decent climax that she's like, oh, I love this climax that she get. And you want to be the only one to give her the climax. Now, if you agree to do a certain act that gets her to this climax, and you agree to do it, and you agree to do it, then nobody can be at fault but you. And on top of that, if you agree to do it, she should not expose you when y'all break up for doing that climax, doing that particular sex act. For instance, for example, she say, well, I like for a man to stick a dildo in his butt and playing his booty with a dildo. That really gets me off, and I finger myself while he do it. That gets me off. And you so in love with this woman, and you cool with, and you want to please her. You want to be the only man to please her, and you want so much to just be everything to this woman, and you decide that that's what you want to do. You want to stick a dildo in your booty, then you do it. But ladies, nieces, do not expose that man for doing that after y'all break up, if that's your boyfriend, if that's your man. Now, if it's just some random dude that you banging, and he ain't so dude, and you know, you feel like, yo, you know, say he did some shicey shit to you, now you want to expose him, it's different, but that's still some lame shit, because you're not supposed to expose your bedroom behaviors to the world out of vindictiveness. And I just think, Cassie, that was wrong for you to do that. That was wrong for you to expose that man's sexual prowess for the world, because you're broke now. You're broke, you're lonely, you ain't got no man, you probably getting dogged out by these dudes. You can't get a man, you can't keep a man, you ain't got no money, you ain't living that lavish life that you used to live, so now you want this man to give you all this money. And I think that's lame. And I hope Cassie doesn't get a dime out of this, man. I really do. That's just my opinion. Because I think the fact now, as far as with the abuse and all that shit, you know. But from what I heard, he gave Cassie some money. And I don't know, it might be true. Because if a motherfucker do a payout to shut you up, then, you know, there's a reason why he did it. But I just think it was corny for her to do that, man. So what do y'all think, man? What do y'all ladies think?